Hey everyone, I hope you're doing okay during this time. Hey, so today's video is going to be a unique one. I'm going to talk about video games, specifically PC or console. And I'm going to include some video games that I really enjoyed growing up and what I don't like in video games and why. It's pretty interesting. So should we just jump on in? Okay, so for me, I have to say console and PC. So for me, I like console because it's more of an interactive, traditional experience, and there's just something about getting the controller and going at it. But I can also say with PC, there's some games that just also have this like traditional sense for me because I remember playing games on the computer in school and different things like that, and those games weren't available on console. So I'm really nostalgic with both of them, which is why I would have to say they're both really nice. But if I had to choose one and give up the other, I would choose console, definitely. And no, I'm not talking about adapters. We're not going to include that in the conversation about how you can hook up your console to the PC and all these kinds of things. No. We're just going to talk about strictly consoles by themselves and PCs by themselves. So ever since I can remember, I remember playing with computer games. Particularly, I'd go on a website called y8.com. I would do, Pop Tropica. I would go on nick.com, Nickelodeon. I would go on coolmath.com, miniclip.com, different things like that. Those are the sites that I usually used to go to when I played online games. And I remember there was this one particular game I really liked on, I think it was on Y8 and on Miniclip, but it was a skateboarding game. And if I find it, I'll put it right here. It was super fun. I don't know, it just felt so realistic, and it was just a unique game, It just felt like you can, in the game you could really like skateboard anywhere and do anything. Of course there were challenges and different things like that. I just thought it was super cool. And I always loved like racing games. Those were one of my favorite as well because, you can do multiplayer. Particularly I remember playing a lot of like parking games at like 10 years old, 11 years old. There were like these online courses things in the game where you can like park the car and different things like that. It was super cool. And of course, Avatar. God. Yes, I'll put Avatar. I was a nerd for that stuff. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I remember my sister and I, our favorite game was Fortress Fight. I think that's what it was called, where you would choose like which nation you wanted to be in, like Earth, Water, Fire, or Air, and we would take control of the keyboard like one at a time to like try to like destroy each other's temples or whatever. It was really fun. And then there was the Battle Arena, which was one of my favorite games, top favorite, yeah. And when I think about it, maybe it kind of helped me with my typing ability because you had to really like maneuver with the YSDWA, so you had to really like move your fingers around. And I remember, my all-time favorite software I would play on my PC because it wasn't available on console, was a typing game, and it taught me how to type. Just putting it quite frank, Mavis Beacon. That particular CD I'm going to put right here, it was instrumental to my typing ability, my interest in technology. I loved that it was a woman that kind of looked like my family, it was very easy to follow. Yeah. And now we come to consoles. So, consoles. So, PSP, PlayStation, Game Boy, those were where I was at. That's where I was when it came to console. Xbox, just didn't do it for me. Actually, my brother-in-law was the first person to ever give me video games for that, and my sister bought me the PlayStation 2. That was my first video game console that I remember, aside from the little toy ones where they had like the water in it and you could just move it around for something. I don't think that counts as a console, but like I was saying. But anyway, one of my, well, of course, you know, the first games I ever got were like my favorite. Ratchet and Clank was super fun. I wish I could play that still. Like if I could get that, that'd be awesome. But that Ratchet and Clank game, I'll put it right here. It was super fun. I remember I didn't have two SD slot cards to put into it. It was these memory cards that you had to put into the PS2 to save where you were at in the game. And I needed two of them, but I only had one. And every time I played and I got really far, I would have to start over every time I turned it off because it wouldn't save. So that was pretty annoying because I never got to see the ending of it, and I worked really hard to get far sometimes, but I had fun in the process. Another favorite of mine, going back to racing games because I really loved those growing up, Need for Speed Underground Racing. I used to play, you know, you could play multiplayer, so that was really fun. That was one of my favorites as well. And I can't remember, I used to actually borrow video games from the library. I don't think you can do that anymore, but I used to borrow some video games and from the library, you know, pretty much the learning games. I'm not one for, you know, like noisy, like fighting, killing type things, you know. And that brings me to my next topic, games I don't like. So, particularly with either on PC or console, I don't like warfare type games. I don't think they're fun. I don't like those popular sport games. I just don't find it fun. I mean, I'll play it, honestly. If I'm in a group of people that we're just having a good time, I'll get on and play. But if I were gonna play it by myself, I just don't find it fun, personally. I don't like zombie type games. Yeah, I don't like anything like that. You know, I really like what I mentioned before. I like certain fighting games are kind of fun, but yeah, other ones like those where I mentioned, not my style. But yeah, so let me know what type of games you like. What game console is your favorite, if any? Do you like PC? Do you like to just play board games? I mean, that's fine too. I've played board games my whole life growing up. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below in this video, and let's chat it up. Chat. Don't forget to stay tuned. Make sure if you don't have your notification bell turned on, you turn it on, and follow me on my Instagram page at IPman487 and on my Twitter page at IP_man487, as well as my Facebook page will be in the link of this video, the description of this video. But thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Like I said, comment down below and let me know what you thought of the video and your thoughts, and answer the previous question that I had about what's your favorite console, what's your favorite type of video games, if you like any, if you don't like them, why, and so forth. You have a good day, and remember, we're here for a real perspective, and I'm just giving you that. Bye.